Good evening, warriors. Hope everyone's doing well, getting ready to tackle the day tomorrow and enjoy tonight. It's always great for Thursday because that's the day before Friday. When you know what we say, the TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So good, they even named a restaurant chain after it. All right, we're going to just see if we can get some people to join us here. Trying to figure out what good background we can use. What kind of like that one? That's kind of interesting. All right. Who do we have tonight joining us? Hopefully, everyone had a great Thursday. Um, we're going to be doing these every evening. Basically, in the mornings, we're going to open up with a chapter from one of the warrior handbooks, and that is The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday, talking about lessons and words from Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, some of the actual philosophical leaders of Stoicism. This morning's subject that we talked about was in the problem solving area, and it was Life is a Battlefield. Victor, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. This morning session again was on Life is a Battlefield, and I'm going to just talk a little bit about what Epictetus had to say in his articles at Discourses. He said, "Don't you know that life is like a military campaign? One must serve on watch, another in reconnaissance, and another on the front line. So it is for us. Each person's life is kind of like a battle, a long and varied one, too. You must keep watch like a soldier and do everything commanded. You have been stationed in a key post, not some lowly place, and not for a short time, but for life." So basically, what this talks about is so as in war, as in life. It's basically talking about our life as both a battle literally and figuratively. And we think about as a species, we fight to survive on this planet that is completely indifferent to our survival. And if you don't believe that, spend some time in the middle of the African Serengeti or spend some time out in the middle of the ocean. Those animals there, they don't care about you. It's strictly survival. And if they look at you as a food source, as a threat, you're gone, and they don't think about it any all. So we've got to think as individuals that we have to fight to survive amongst our own species. Our population is in the billions, and even inside of our own body, we have bacteria that is constantly battling. Basically, there's a Latin phrase, and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, so bear with me, but vivere est militare, which is to live is to fight. So think about that. We're constantly fighting to get breath every day. We're constantly fighting to get food and substance. We're fighting for Maslow's hierarchy of needs, from finding a place to stay, having work, having fulfillment, having food, having shelter. We're fighting to survive. I mean, we've now modernized the world, but back before we did that, we had to fight against the woolly mammoth, or we had to fight against the saber-toothed tiger, or who knows what else is out there, or the different warring caveman tribes that are out there just to make it through. So, and again, even in our body, the bacteria is fighting infection. It's fighting your food. The acids in your stomach are literally fighting to digest your food, while the rest of your body is fighting to make sure that those acids don't get out or they kill you. And when we think about this, we have to think about what attributes are necessary. It's discipline, it's fortitude, it's courage, it's clear-headedness, it's selflessness, and it's sacrifice. Now, the opposite of those are also true, which are those areas that don't help us, that lose those battles and lose those wars, and that's cowardice, rashness, disorganization, overconfidence, weakness, and selfishness. So, as in war, these attributes make a difference in daily life. So that's pretty much what I've got. If anybody wants to share with anything, Victor, I would love to hear anything you'd like to add to the mix here. Maybe share with any of your stories around how everyday life is a battlefield. If not, we're going to jump back on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning's session is going to be on Real Good is Simple, and that comes from the Unbiased Thought chapter within this great book. So with that, have a wonderful evening, and we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you here tomorrow morning. Don't forget, we're getting very close to our great kickoff on December 12th. And December 12th, we'll be making our big announcement about the team and all the work that we've been putting together here over the last year, the official launch of the Warrior Academy. So stay tuned. I know it's still a little over a month away, but we're going to be building up to that, and some very exciting giveaways and some news in there. But yeah, Victor, thanks for sharing. Yeah, life is a continuous struggle, and you need to be a warrior. And the definition of a warrior is someone that engages in struggle and someone that uses that struggle to overcome those challenges that are out there. Time again tomorrow, we're going to do it 8 a.m. We're going to do every morning 8 a.m. Eastern time is when the morning session is. Now, Fridays, we're going to mix things up a little bit. Fridays, we're going to be doing our Friday happy hour at 4:30, even though we know it's supposed to be 5 o'clock somewhere. But 4:30 is on Fridays. So grab a cold soda, adult beverage, a glass of water, whatever it is that you want, and then we'll get a chance to all celebrate the week together. Again, every morning, 8 a.m., every evening at 8 p.m., we're going to be talking about different chapters of principles. So it looks like, oh, the Red Dog is on. My man, the Red Dog. Struggles with senior leaders. Yes, again, constant back and forth, having battle. And when you're having those struggles, using those warrior tactics like courageousness. I think a lot of people don't understand what courage means. Courage does not mean not being scared. Courage means being scared and fighting through that, or having those difficult conversations. Sometimes those senior leaders get kind of caught in a mix, and they forget about where they came from, and they forget that I think is the hallmark of leadership, and that is servant leadership. That the job of the leader is to make sure that they eliminate obstacles that are in the way for the people that work with them. They make sure the right people are in the right jobs, and they motivate them and inspire them to do better, rather than being a manager, where I think of a manager as someone that does things right. The leader is someone that does the right things. The manager is checking those boxes, making sure they did this or they did that, where the leader is inspiring someone to be better. One thing I would like to do, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make all this stuff work, but I want to bring other people on screen with me. I'm getting tired of just looking at myself, and I'm sure you are too, looking at my ugly mug. So that's something we're going to do as we continue to grow the group and engagement, and seeing ways that we can actually pull people in together. So with that, I want to wish everybody a great evening. Hopefully get a chance to see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And we'll kind of go from there. So everyone have a great day. And we will talk to you soon.